Have you ever noticed that you can go for like a really, really long walk and still come home and your dog is just completely wired and excitable and like, let's do it again? Or maybe you're out playing ball for like an hour and somehow your dog seems even more jacked up than they were before you took them out there. And you're left there thinking, like, how are you still not tired? Well, my friend, in this episode, we're going to be talking about exercise and fulfillment and how they are not the same thing. And I'm going to give you the secret, the absolute secret on how you can amplify fulfillment to build a beautiful relationship and be relevant to your dog. If you're ready for it, let's get into it.
Ready to have a calm and peaceful life with your dog without the stress of those fear-based behaviors? Hi, I'm Tracy, and I've been there, overwhelmed by all the conflicting dog training advice and unsure of what to do next. But now I help dog lovers like you simplify your life with your dog by building confidence naturally, fostering trust, and addressing those fear-based challenges. So, if you're ready, stop chopping those chicken wieners and let's get to it.
Hey there, friend. Before we get started today, I just wanted to take a moment and talk about the dog that truly redefined fear and trust and relationship for me. And that dog's name is Levi. And today we had to say goodbye to him. Now, this wasn't a shock to us. Levi had been showing signs of age and decline for a while, but definitely became pretty significant over the last week and a half. So we got to spend his days exactly how a dog should. We brought him outside in the sunshine, laying on the deck with the other dogs, eating special treats, being loved deeply, and enjoying everything that he could. And this morning, after a moment of pure, unadulterated joy and energy that seemed to come out of nowhere, I knew in my heart that this was either miraculous recovery or the surge before goodbye. So we took a moment and we thanked him and we loved him and we let him go peacefully. Levi is really the heart and the soul of the Fearless Framework. He's the dog that taught me that fear isn't something that you can punish out of a dog. Trust isn't something that you can force, and relationship isn't built around control. If Levi leaves behind any lesson at all, it's this. You can take a dog who was once completely feral, who trusted absolutely nobody, and through a lot of patience and partnership and understanding and love, watch them become one of the sweetest, happiest little souls imaginable. So today, friend, I just wanted to remind you to go love on your dog a little extra. And I wanted to thank Levi for everything that he did. Rest easy, buddy, until we meet again. Well, hello, my dog-loving friend. It is Tracy. Welcome to Beyond Obedience, the podcast. Super duper welcome if you're brand new. If you're brand new, hey! You get applause, and you get applause, and you get applause. Applause for you, my friend. So glad that you are here. Don't know how you made your way here today. If you're brand new, you probably heard that opening and went, well, that's sad. But if there's one thing that I will say is that I do share all things, including the fact I will it's, you know what, it's going to just bug me. I checked it. It doesn't seem to affect the actual recording, but I'm having some weird technical things happen. Things are flashing at me and I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm just like, stop it. Some would say maybe this isn't the best day to do this, Tracy. Maybe it's not, but we're going to try. We're going to go through it. We're going to get through it. So, today on the podcast, we're talking about exercise and fulfillment. The fact that your dog doesn't actually need more exercise. You used to hear that all the time, right? If you're like, dog's chewing your couch, needs more exercise. You know, dog is barking at the neighbors, needs more exercise. Dog is peeing in the house needs more exercise. Like, it was our go-to for all behavior problems. It just needs more exercise. Your dog needs more exercise. And you know what happened was people would go out and they would be like, all right, exercise my dog some more. And so that they would like make the walk longer, take the dog out more, do more stuff, or play more fetch and do all these things. And you know what happened? We just ended up with really athletic dogs that still ate your couch and still barked at your neighbor. Right? It didn't do anything. Then we got into the whole like you have to get them to use their brain, So then we started buying all this stuff, like those puzzles and things where they like have to figure out like complex calculus math or something in order to get a dog treat. And we're all like, yeah, use your brain. That'll tire you out. And yet the dog is still barking at the neighbor, still doing all the things, chewing the couch and doing all the things. And here's the thing. I think it's because we're kind of missing the mark. We're really missing the mark. I'm trying not to look at the flashing lights on. I'm trying not to look at the flashlights. They're driving me crazy, though. I will tell you. I'm gonna throw my son under the bus. My son came down and swapped out my keyboard because he needed this. He needed the keyboard. It's a long story, but the point is, I was like, "Does that keyboard even work?" And he was like, "Yeah, it works." And he showed me, "Look at it." And then I got here, and it's just, I think the U is stuck down or something. But now something is flashing, and it's making me crazy. And I literally just sent him a whole bunch of angry faces because I am a mature adult that handles things really, really maturely. All right, what was I talking about? Sorry, the lights are making me crazy. All right. So that I think we've sort of missed the mark. And you want to know something? It's simpler than you think. That's the thing. I mean, like I would love to know how much money people spend on those brain games and puzzles and stuff for their dogs. Just I don't know. I find it fascinating. Especially because people would be like, here's your like brain game toy. You go over there and do it by yourself. Figure that out. Let me know when you've got the treat. And then I'll re-engage with you. Like it's just the thing that we all do, right? People need more, the dog needs more exercise. Just need to tire them out. Maybe I need longer walks. And the thing is this, right? What did we used to say? Wasn't saying something like a happy dog? What is it? A happy dog is a tired dog is a happy dog. I think it was something like that. Anyway, but you don't actually want a tired dog. You don't want a physically tired dog. Because again, you just keep giving them like exercise. You're just going to get yourself a canine athlete. Next thing you know, you're doing like 20K runs and still your dog is like eating the couch. So we want to actually make sure that we are tapping into your dog's actual fulfillment, their fulfillment factor. And how do we do that? Great question. Glad you asked. First and foremost, we want to do things that are biologically relevant to your dog. So we want to talk about things like movement and smells and tracking and exploration and problem solving, just not in a plastic flower that where they have to lift levers and stuff like that. Like that's no fun. Like let's do real stuff with the dogs, right? Like let's do real brain games with the dog. Let's do real problem solving, right? Tapping into that instinct. Dogs are biologically designed to engage with the environment. Yes, the environment. Let's get out there and do some actual biological relevant things. Like really tap into that. Now, we also want to make sure that we're talking about breed because breed in biology matters, right? Breed tendencies, breed genetics. Your dog has a genetic resume. We have, through our genetic manipulation of creating the breeds that we've created, we've bred for certain tendencies and certain things, and we've bred to decrease certain tendencies and certain things. If you haven't had a chance to, did I do it on the podcast? Oh, menopause brain. I know I've done it in a group. I did the whole predatory motor pattern. Oh, I did it at the boot camp. That's where I did it. I did it as a bonus in the boot camp. But, you know, you need to understand predatory motor patterns. You need to understand breeds and how we genetically manipulated them to either enhance certain parts of that and decrease certain parts of that. So your breed has tendencies and genetics and all of those things. So you really want to tap into that. Also, if you want some extra fun and some bonus points, take the Dogonality quiz. What Dogonality quiz, Tracy? Go to beyondobedience.ca/quiz. Take that Dogonality quiz because that's going to also give you some tendencies and some things. And then we're going to build some realistic expectations. I remember, oh gosh, bless her, like absolutely bless her. Back in the day when I was first running my daycare and whatnot, I had a friend and God, I love her. She had a Malinois. She has a Malinois now, a Malamute, and Alaska Malamute. And I remember she took this dog to all the things. And I mean, that's what I mean. I mad love and respect for her. She took her dog to all the things. And I remember her coming back with pictures from the herding. Like she went to like herding instinct testing to see if he had herding instinct. And there was a photographer there that was taking pictures of all the dogs and whatnot. She showed me the pictures. She's like, look at how well he did. And I was like, I don't know. I think he wanted to eat those things. Like, I don't know if you want. She did everything with him, which was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. But you want to know something? You know, you can have I used to have what I called the unbeagle beagle, right? The anti-beagle beagle. You could have a breed that maybe defies the laws of that breed. So test it out and try it. But if you want to start with your breed. Really dig down, research that breed. What were they used for? What was their purpose back in the day? What are the things that we genetically manipulated them to be? Because we want to tap into that genetic resume when we're talking about fulfillment. Okay? So, you know, when we're talking about like, you know, beagles, right? I mean, honestly, have you seen I love beagles. I love me some good beagles. A little backstory about me. I used to work in research, and I used to bring home research beagles. I, at one point in time, had just a boatload of beagles, just a ton of beagles, just living with me. Just beagles everywhere. Beagles, beagles, beagles. I had so many beagles. I had Pudge and Kiwi and Peanut and Soda and, what was that? That was that Petey. We had Petey the beagle. So many beagles. Anyway, but if you've ever seen like the actual beagles at work when they're working and you hear them baying, I mean, it's a thing, right? Like it's a thing. That harmonious voice of the beagle. Shout out to my friend Jamie. She's got 3 beagles. What do we call that, Jamie? I think we call it like controlled chaos when she takes them for a walk. But here's the thing. You either love beagles or you admire them from a distance with earmuffs on. With hearing protection on, you know, but the beagle lovers out there, you know it, like in your heart, you're like, oh, I love those beagles, right? Let's talk about terriers for a second. Terriers. I mean, here's the thing with terriers, especially the little terriers that we bred these dogs specifically to kill things, to kill rodents and vermin and all sorts of things. That's what we bred them for. We bred them to do a job, and they had to literally be assassins. What is the Facebook page I follow? I think it's like Norfolk Terriers. No, Norfolk something. Anyway, these are the Ratters. Oh my gosh. You ever watch those dogs do a job where they legitimately have to go in and just annihilate things? Like, they are intense and working and crazy. And then we put them in little booties and put a jacket on them and tell them that they're cute. Working dogs. Let's talk about the working breeds. I mean, I'm never gonna own a Malinois. I don't want one. And not because I don't think that they are not like they are the coolest. They are the coolest dog, but that's not a dog for me. That's not a dog for me. It's probably not a dog for you. I'm just gonna put that out there. Just gonna put that out there. Scent dogs. Ugh, the scent hounds. The ones that do the tracking and the trailing. Have you ever watched them work? Oh, it'll give you goosebumps. It will give you goosebumps to watch those dogs work, right? And the bottom line is the thing I really want you to tap into is that, when you start to get to know your dog's genetic resume, when you really dig into this stuff and you're like, oh my gosh, look at the things that you can do. You start to see your dog differently. And then you look at your dog and you say, are you living up to your fullest potential right now? As your dog is lying on a fluffy dog bed, just sprawled right out with one paw in the air, just like tongue hanging out. And you're like, are you really living up to your fullest potential right now? I don't know if you are, right? That's when you get into it. Like, I love me a good video. Like, have you ever watched the working border collies? Oh, they're just, they amaze me. Like, and then the partnership that they have, it's so beautiful. It's really the essence of what humans and dogs can do together. Like, it's stunning. Just stunning. And that's what I love. And that's fulfillment. Now, if you're sitting there with your border collie and you're like, ooh, shoot, I don't have any sheep. It's okay. It's okay. I would highly encourage you that if you have a border collie, that even if you don't have a working farm, that you try to find a way to scratch that itch for them. Because they are brilliant. They are just absolutely brilliant, right? But the goal is to sort of figure out that, really dig into it, and then what are we going to do about it? Because we don't want robotic obedience or suppressing the instinct, right? That's the thing. It's always easier, especially if you're dealing with behavior that's rooted in that instinct, that's rooted in that survival. And let's be real, right? Play drive is running parallel to prey drive, and prey drive is about survival, right? So we're always kind of playing around with this, tapping into it. But when we're doing that, we want to make sure that we aren't suppressing the instinct, but rather finding a way to help them fulfill it. It's so much easier to tell a dog, no, not now, than no, not ever, when it comes to that instinct. And a lot of reactivity, a lot of the stuff that you're seeing is the dogs expressing their genetic resume. Perhaps you have a dog that's a little bit more of a guard dog. Maybe that's in their genetic resume. Like you have a herding dog that's, triggered by movement. So they're constantly chasing after bikes and popping off after kids on skateboards or whatever. That's them tapping into their genetic resume. And rather than punish and say no and correct and do all of those things, it is so much easier for you to find a way to fulfill that outlet and then be able to say, this isn't where we practice that. This isn't where we engage in that, right? That's the beautiful thing about especially our working breed dogs, right? And if you've taken the Dogonality quiz, if you have a left brain extrovert, those are mostly working breed dogs. They are left brain because they are still connected to the human. They're extroverts because they like to move their feet and they like to work and they like to do all of that stuff, but they are still connected to their human handler. Why? Because they are bred to be responsive to their human. They're bred to be connected to that. They're bred to look for clues and cues from their human partner. It's just most of us don't partner with our dogs and we miss it. Unlike other breeds, like your livestock guardian dogs, they are genetically programmed to not need humans. And I think that's a really important distinction. I will tell you right now, if you are somebody that is struggling with a livestock guardian dog, please do not call me. I will send you to somebody that, well, I won't send you anywhere. I will give you references of people that actually know that breed. It is not my jam. It is not my jam. And I'll tell you why it's not my jam. It's because I focus so much on building a relationship with dogs. Those dogs don't need people. They are bred to like go out in the back 100 acres of the farm and fight off mountain lions, for crying out loud. Like, those dogs are the real deal. And that's not to say that they don't live harmoniously with families. They do, but I don't know anything about it. Like, personally, like I know my strengths, and it's not with livestock guardian dogs. All right. So here, I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that I'm going to talk about fulfillment, and I'm hoping you're understanding the difference here, that it's not just going out and exercise. It's not just going out for a walk around the block. It's not just letting them sniff, right? Like, let them sniff. Because I see people do that all the time. I can always tell the people that are at the part of their walk where they're like, this is where I let them sniff, because the human has completely checked out. And they just let the dog have the length of the leash, and the dog's sniffing things, and they're on their phone, or they're talking to somebody else, or they're not even at all paying attention. That's what let them sniff means. And they're like, you go do you, boo, and I'll wait over here. When you're done, we'll keep walking on this boring walk at a snail's pace, because we don't walk very fast as humans. So there's a big, big, big secret to getting everything. I call fulfillment. If you do fulfillment properly, if you do this piece of relationship building properly, I have my 3 foundations of relationship, right? 3 foundations: leadership. Ooh, I know nobody likes the word leadership. Leadership, get over it. Relevance and fulfillment. If you do fulfillment properly, I call it the trifecta of relationship, because you can hit relevance and leadership within that fulfillment. Bam. Mind blown connection and bond with your dog. Because here is the secret. This is the number one thing that you need more than anything when it comes to fulfillment. Are you ready for it? Wish I had a drum roll. I never do. Here it is. You need to be a part of it. That's it. You need to be a part of it. You do. You have to be a part of it. Start being a part of your dog's fulfillment. You know what that means? That means you have to look at the poop. Look at the deer poop. I'm going to talk about later on in an episode, I'm going to talk about setbacks and solutions. And that deer poop thing is going to come back. So just know. Just know. Here's what you need to look forward to in future episodes. I'm going to be talking about deer poop. The point is, you got to look at the deer poop. Your dog finds something fascinating. You got to participate in it. Now, listen, you don't need to roll in it. Don't take it that far. But look at it and be like, poop, look at you, right? You need to slow down. Get down at your dog's level. Get down at your dog's level if you can. I'm working actually hard on that right now. I am, 100%. I'm working hard on that. It's one of the things that I've been working on. It's really important to me to be able to get down at their level. And I've been having some leg issues, and I'm working hard on that. Anyone want to join me in that? I should do that challenge. I should maybe do that challenge in LBO. That's a weird challenge to do. What am I thinking? It doesn't matter. Point is, try to get down at your dog's level. See the world from their level. It's so much different, and it's kind of cool, right? Participate with curiosity. Slow down. Notice the things that matter to your dog. And then, why don't you say something like, do you see that thing? What is that thing? Why this matters for reactive dogs. There are moments, depending on where you are in your journey of relationship building or in your journey of reactivity with your dog. But there were moments prior to your dog becoming like wholly reactive unless you just adopted them that way. There's obviously that. But if this is sort of a journey that you're going on, you notice your dog's getting a little bit insecure, and whatever, there are moments where your dog looks at you and says, do you see that thing? They see the thing that frightens them, freaks them out, and they look at you and they're like, did you see that thing? And lots of times we miss it. Most times we miss it because we're not paying attention. We're really not paying attention to the dog. We're not seeing the things that the dogs are seeing, and we're not paying attention. And what ends up happening is the dog stops asking questions. They stop asking, did you see that? They assume you didn't. They just assume you didn't see that thing. You didn't smell the thing. You didn't, because you didn't pay attention. And what happens when you start this, where you start fulfillment, where you're going through the walks and you're looking at the stuff and you're, kick some leaves with your foot and then go, ooh, what's underneath there? And if your dog gets down and starts smelling it, look at it. What is it? What is it there? Right? When you start to notice things with them, explore with them, engage with them, they will start asking you questions again. They will start coming to you with excitement. Like, did you see that thing? They'll start bringing stuff. Nothing makes me more happy when Gunther brings me like a root that he dug up. And he's so proud of it. He's like, look at this thing that I got. And I'll be like, that's an amazing thing. And then I'll go try to find my own stick and be like, look at the stick I got. He usually steals it, takes off with it. But, he's under one. He's still learning how to share. The point is, you become somebody that is with them and engages with them, not always someone that appears to interrupt them or redirect them or correct them. It's true teamwork at its finest. It's being a part of it with them. And you can do this with, it doesn't have to be just, adventure walks in the forest. You can do this playing frisbee or ball. I will tell you this, hands down. So Gunther's into balls. He loves playing ball. Irie loves frisbees. I do go out there with both the boys. I have a frisbee in one hand, a ball in the other, and I kind of like throw the frisbee and get Irie out of the way, and then I toss the ball for Gunther. Oh my gosh. When I throw the ball for Gunther, it's like he's got the most beautiful gait. I love the way this dog moves. I haven't had a German Shepherd since I was a kid. So, and I've had a lot of Noofs for a very long time, and they're kind of lumbersome kind of beasts, right? All love to them. I adore a good lumbersome beast, but I will say that Gunther just moves with this grace and elegance. I love the way he moves. Anyway, when he jumps for the ball, so pretty. Anyway, my point is, when I play this game with them, I am in it. Like, I am invested. I'm not just sitting on the deck, just throwing a ball and having a drink and just going on my phone and waiting for them to like come back and I'll throw the ball again. No. I am out there with them. I'm getting the frisbee. I'm trying to make sure that my throw is good. We are partners in this. And there's so many times where Irie misses a frisbee. I'm like, that was on me, bud. That was on me. That was a bad throw. Like, their ball bounces funny. I'm like, bad bounce. Like, I am in it with them. This isn't just, me just repetitively doing the same thing. I am just as invested in this game as they are. And when they catch like an amazing catch, I'm like, yeah, like we celebrate together. It's emotional participation. It's teamwork, and it's a shared experience. Now, I don't know. I've probably told this story before. I'm going to tell it one more time. Did I tell you this time that I tried to? You got to listen to the dog, okay? You have to listen to the dog, and don't take offense to things. I probably told the story before, but I'll tell it again. Just very quickly. My other Jack Russell that we got before Nike was Zach the Jack. And he was great at his job. We got him because back in Ontario, we had just bought a farm, and it was a horse facility. It was infested with rats. And I didn't want to put poisons down. There was a barn cat there. His name was Joey. And I remember walking in, and the rats were so bad that the moment that the horses would go out, the rats would come out from the corners underneath the feed bins and start picking up all the grain that the horses had dropped, like right in front of me. Like, they were so ballsy. They didn't care. And I was standing there the one time, the rats came out and the barn cat walked by, And I was like, Joey, look at that. And the barn cat was like, yeah, that's a you problem. Like, he just kept going. Like, it was bizarre. Anyway, long story short, we got a Jack Russell. He was brilliant at it. Anyway, we moved here to Nova Scotia, and I was like, I really want to try to re-engage with him, because we used to do a lot of ratting with him. And I was in the barn. He finally catches a rat, and I was like, you did it. So our old system was, and this is the beautiful thing about Zach, is he used to actually bury his rats for us, which was awesome. So he catches this rat. It's like late November. The ground's a little bit hard. So I'm following him on, like, he's on a harness and a long line, and I'm following him, and because I'm like, I'm going to help him out. Right. I see him start moving leaves around with his nose. So I'm like, it's okay, buddy. The ground's frozen. Let me help you. I take my foot. I start trying to dig the dirt. Did this dog not look at me in, I swear, utter disgust? Like, how dare you? And then he begrudgingly, like, picked up his rat and walked away. Like, you don't do this for me. And I remember thinking, okay, I just wanted to help out. But clearly, this wasn't where Zach wanted a teammate. That wasn't where he wanted to partner. Now, where he does like it when I help him is if I move things for him. Like if there's rocks in the way, and I'll be like, I'll move rocks, or, move the dirt or whatever. Like that part, he would be like, yes, and he would be ready. And that was our engagement. But gosh, try to help him bury a rat. No, thank you. So the whole point of all of this is partnership in these things. We have to ask the dog. We don't want to, it's not forcing closeness. It's not inserting yourself everywhere, and it's not demanding that they engage with you. It's actually trying to infuse yourself in there. And just being a part of their world. It's learning how to genuinely participate in it. So instead of like asking, why is my dog obsessed with the environment? You can ask, how interesting, and can I be a part of this? A part of the thing that really matters to my dog. And if I can, how am I going to do it? So there you go, my friend. Your dog doesn't need you to compete with the environment. They just need you to become meaningful inside the environment. And the more your dog experiences you as engaged and curious and invested and relevant, the more they start choosing partnership naturally. So there you go. There you go. That is the key. That is the number one thing that you need to do in order to not only fulfill your dog, but create an incredible bond. The trifecta of this is to infuse a little bit of leadership in there, you get the relevance. As soon as you're doing it, you're already relevant. You're doing things that are filling their genetic resume, right? That's making yourself relevant. You get all of that, plus the fulfillment trifecta. Mwah, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So there you go. That was a lot. Eh? Oh my goodness. All right, my friend, listen, if you like this kind of thing, be sure to head on over to Apple, leave me a 5-star written review, or if you're on Spotify, leave me a comment over there. Be sure to follow the show over there and share it with a friend. Do all those things. Helps push the show out to more and more people. And if you're not already, come and join us over in the free Facebook group, Living Beyond Obedience. We hang out over there. I might do that challenge. I don't know. Maybe, should I? Who knows? There might be a challenge. Maybe not. Anyway, go on over to Facebook, join the Living Beyond Obedience group. All of those things will be in the show notes. Listen, my friend, as always, get out there today and be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks that you are amazing. And so do I. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Oh, and one more thing. This podcast is meant for entertainment and education purposes only, and is not meant to replace hands-on professional training. If you're really struggling with dangerous behavior from your dog, please reach out to a professional in your area. All right, I think that's it. Bye for now.